The best thing to do to actually understand what's going on under the covers inside of this test is to run through it. So let me put a breakpoint here. I'm going to come over here and do debug. The test is going to start executing. Then it's going to pull up my Chrome driver. And so now we are going to step inside of this with F11. And that's really annoying. I need to turn off this setting. So check it out. Because it's a getter, this is what happens. So you need to override this here in the unchecking the step over properties and operators. All right, so to turn that off, you have to go to here, tools, options, and then debugging general, and then you find step over properties and operators. Okay, and if you forget how to do that, you can always just Google it. Google that message, step over properties and operators, and then it will give you the answer. That's actually what I had to do because I wasn't sure how to turn that off. A lot of settings in Visual Studio. Sometimes it's best to just Google. I do it all the time. Anyway, so let's debug this test again. One thing that I like about this new Visual Studio is it gives you how long it takes to execute a certain line of code. It's kind of cool. Anyway, so you guys can see now this getter. All right, we stepped in here, and this property is going to execute a get to return a get page of type login page. So we can step inside, and that, you see, you can execute the get page method of type login page. So now this has been replaced with type login page, which has a parameterless constructor. We step inside. We're going to create that page. You guys can see it's page framework.pages.login page type. This generic type has been replaced by login page. And now we're going to init elements with the driver, which is Chrome driver, and our page. So we're going to step over each of these. And now the driver, we return the static web driver. And then the page is just our page. And that's going to come back in here. And then it's going to be returned to our pages class. And we would be able to now do the methods inside of the login page, which is the goto method. You guys seeing this? And now we can just do a browser.goto, which is obviously defined in the browser. So I'm just going to step over it. And by the way, so you guys see this, how long it took to execute? 5.4 seconds to go to that page. It's really cool. I really like this about Visual Studio 2015, how they give you that. It's nice. So now we did that, step over this method, and now we can continue. But did you guys see that progression? We can actually do it again. We can go to pages. It's going to return the get page. So now this method is going to get called with this type, login page. And so now we're going to create a new type called login page, because this gets replaced with login page. And now we again init elements using Selenium WebDriver's method, which init elements. And by the way, if you guys want to look at it, you can with F12. So you guys can see init elements is a Selenium WebDriver class. It's a here support.pageObjects, and it allows us to initialize all elements with the driver at once. So we can step over this and get our page back. And now just proceed to the next action. So that was 804 milliseconds for us to do the login. And now we just need the assertion. The assertion passed. It was a 14 millisecond assertion. And now we are done with the test. I'm just going to finish running through it so that my cleanup method actually cleans up. And that is the analysis of the test.